Hello, Internet friends. My name is Rich. Thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel today. As you can see, I'm not in my my normal studio because it's being renovated. And of course, by studio, I mean my wife's dresser in our bedroom. And by renovated, I mean she kicked me out of the bedroom. However, I am at my alternate studio. And by alternate studio, I mean my kitchen table, because I want to do a quick video on my very small collection of S.H.Figuarts Star Wars figures. Now, S.H.Figuarts are a line of action figures made by Bandai Japan, not to be confused with Bandai America. Very articulated, very highly detailed action figures in 6-inch scale. They have a couple different licenses and a couple different properties, but the one I care the most about is Star Wars, because I think their Star Wars 6-inch figures are amazing. Now, as you know, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm a huge fan of the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figure. So, in no way do I want you to think I'm cheating on Black Series. I just think that these Figuarts figures are superior to the Black Series, but they also have a superior price. So it's not really fair to compare a $20 or $25 Black Series figure with a $50 or $80 S.H.Figuarts figure. So I do want to take a look at the ones I do have. Now, the reason I do buy Figuarts is if Hasbro has made a Black Series version of a figure that I really like or I think is really iconic, and I don't feel that Hasbro is doing the character justice, I have gone out and got the Figuarts. So the first S.H.Figuarts figure that I purchased was Jedi Luke. Actually, this was a gift, a Christmas gift from my brother. Jedi Luke is probably my favorite character. I mean, he's Luke in all three movies, but the Jedi Luke version of Luke Skywalker is probably my favorite Star Wars character. And I love that look. It was one of my favorite vintage figures as a kid. And when Hasbro made their Jedi Luke figure, and here he is, it was a little disappointing. It's not a horrible figure, but this is when they started, oops, sorry, Luke. This is when they started to get really lazy with the paint apps. Not a bad sculpt, it's just the paint was really lazy and the head is a little too big. It is cool though. You can either have that flap on his tunic down, or there's an interchangeable other chest piece if you want to have it up. So that's pretty neat. However, I was a little disappointed in this figure because it was one I was really looking forward to. So when I saw the S.H.Figuarts, I simply had to have it. This figure is amazing. He comes with two different heads, so you can have that sort of action face with the windswept hair, or you can have a more, if you can see that, whoa, sorry about the light. There's an alternate head with a little more, the hair is a little neater and a little more neutral expression on the face. Or if you want to have the windswept hair on the neutral face, or the non-windswept hair on the sort of grimacing face, you can do that as well. You can switch the hair on the head. So again, they come with a ton of accessories, bunch of different hands, different head, like I said. This Luke actually came with an unmasked Darth Vader, or I guess you could say Anakin Skywalker head. Sometimes Figuarts will do that. They'll throw in an accessory that you can use with another figure if they weren't able to fit that accessory in with that figure originally, if that makes any sense. So this figure is amazing. One of my favorite all-time Star Wars figures. Now, the one thing, for some reason with Luke, I don't know if it'll show up, his hair is really golden. And that has been sort of a bone of contention, why they gave Luke such golden hair. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite part of the figure. But otherwise, I do love this Luke. Amazing articulation, amazing accessories, just a beautiful Star Wars figure. So I got that one. Then I got, actually this was a gift I was the MC in a wedding, and they asked me if I wanted an action figure, and I said, yeah, I want an action figure. I'm going to make you pay for an import figure. So I got the Phantom Menace Obi-Wan Kenobi. There are two reasons why I get Figuarts. If it's a really iconic figure that I feel like Hasbro hasn't quite hit the mark properly on, I want the Figuarts. Or if it's a figure I'm not sure Hasbro's ever going to make. And because Hasbro on the Black Series, they don't make a lot of prequel characters, I just wasn't confident that Hasbro would make this version of Obi-Wan. So I did want to get this Phantom Menace Obi-Wan only because I have the Black Series Darth Maul and he has no one to fight. So I mainly got this guy just to stand next to Darth Maul. Again, that is an amazing Ewan McGregor likeness. Amazing articulation. I'm not going to go over all the articulation. I'm too lazy to go over 5 points of articulation, let alone all the different articulation points in S.H.Figuarts. But suffice to say, you can get him in just about any screen-accurate pose. I just think that sculpt is great. Again, golden hair. Very strange. Anakin comes with a bunch of accessories. Here's his box. A different head. The heads, basically it's the same head. I don't know why they gave us two heads. It's a slightly different expression, but Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then I got Mace Windu. To get this guy fairly cheap on eBay, and when I say fairly cheap, I mean, you know, still more than a grown man should pay for toys, but I just thought this figure was so great, I couldn't even wait to see if Hasbro could make a really great Mace Windu figure. Again, he comes with lots of hands. You can have him in two-handed, holding the lightsaber with two hands, one hand, two fists, force hands, whatever you want to do with this guy. An amazing figure, an amazing Mace Windu likeness. Here's his packaging. Again, whoops, sorry about that. He comes with a bunch of hands, the extra head. He comes with an angry head and an angrier head. I think I have the angrier head on right now. There's all his hands. There's a lightsaber hilt in there. Fantastic figure. Then I picked up possibly my favorite Figuarts, the Farm Boy Luke. And again, I prefer the Jedi Luke look to the Farm Boy look, but there is just something so incredibly iconic about Farm Boy Luke. And again, Hasbro made a Black Series version of this guy, and I was really looking forward to it. And I just don't think they nailed it. I don't like the soft goods cloak that he's wearing. And again, the paint is very lazy. I think the sculpt is there. It's just, I was really let down by this figure. So when Figuarts was making a Farm Boy Luke, I pretty much had to get him. Again, very golden hair. But I mean, this is just a perfect Luke Skywalker toy. Oh, the other thing is, S.H.Figuarts will fit in scale with your Black Series for the most part. A few won't, most will. So I like to mix and match just to have the best possible version of Star Wars characters in 6-inch. I love this figure. I absolutely love it. Again, comes with a bunch of accessories. Possibly the coolest accessory. Oh, sorry, Han. Possibly the coolest accessory. He comes with the helmet with the blast shield that he wears on the Millennium Falcon when he's practicing with the lightsaber. And there is the training ball, and there's a little blast effect, so you can attach it to the lightsaber, so it looks like Luke is training. Again, a bunch of hands. You can have him in just about any possible pose. There's also an alternate head. I don't know if you can see it in the box. You probably can't. There it is right there. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that alternate head. It doesn't quite capture the look I think that it was going for. He looks like he's drunk, but he's not so drunk that he can't try to act sober and try to thinking he can trick people into thinking that he's not drunk. Just a really strange head sculpt. It doesn't matter though, because look at that blast with the blast shield helmet and the training ball. How cool that looks. So just an amazing figure. One of my favorites. Again, he has gold hair, but I don't quite understand why they do that. It doesn't bother me too much, though, because everything else in the figure looks amazing. So there's Luke, which all leads me to that is Han Solo. Another one of, I mean, he's one of everybody's favorite characters in Star Wars. Every Star Wars fan pretty much loves Han. And yeah, he has gold highlights in his brown hair. This figure was a little divisive. Typically, Figuarts don't photograph very well. It's because they use sort of a 3D printing to make the head sculpts. And under a macro lens, like if you see a toy reviewer that's taking pictures, you can sort of see that kind of grainy texture that 3D printed objects have. In hand, you don't see it. So sometimes the photographs don't always look as good as they do in hand. In hand, he looks fantastic. But there were just a lot of pictures of Han that didn't look the greatest. It didn't seem to be up to snuff with previous Figuarts figures. I can say that in hand, I think he looks great. I think that is an amazing... Harrison Ford is a hard likeness to nail, and I think they have, again, amazing articulation. Also, he comes with chest hair. So that's pretty fantastic. It's interesting. He comes with the blaster, obviously. He comes with two holsters. One has the blaster sculpted into it. So the blaster doesn't actually fit into that holster. He has two different holsters. So if you want to have him with the blaster in the holster, it's actually a whole different holster with the blaster handle sculpted into it, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm always going to have him holding the blaster anyway. Just a fantastic figure. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories. It would have been cool to have maybe like a smirking head, but he comes with a bunch of hands. There's the holster with the blaster sculpted in. There's the back of the packaging. Just an amazing figure. I'm so happy. And again, to compare him with the Black Series, and I think the Black Series Han is a pretty good figure as well. But whoops, there I am. It's there really is no comparison. Again, this isn't a bad figure, but this is far, far superior. And I'm not trying to diss the Black Series. The fact of the matter is, Black Series costs between $20, $25 in Canada. They're usually $30. S.H.Figuarts range from $50 to $80. So obviously, an $80 action figure should be better than a $20 action figure. So you're getting a higher quality figure, better accessories, better articulation, better sculpt, but you're paying more money for it. And also, S.H.Figuarts Star Wars figures, you have to import them. You can't buy them locally because of the license that Hasbro has to sell Star Wars figures on this part of the world. Bandai is not allowed to sell S.H.Figuarts Star Wars figures in North America and possibly South America. You can import them from Japan. Stores can't sell them, basically. So your comic shop, even though they might have other Figuarts figures, they're not able to sell these. So there you go. There is the Han Solo. I love this figure. So if you're on the fence about him because of some of those early photographs, I would definitely grab him. So I wholeheartedly endorse Figuarts Star Wars figures. I think they're amazing. I love getting these guys in the mail. Again, I don't buy all of them because they're expensive, and for the most part, the Star Wars Black Series scratches my Star Wars 6-inch itch. But when a character is really, really important to me and I want the absolute best version, I will splurge and go for the Figuarts. Or if I think Hasbro's never going to make the figure, I will also splurge and go with the Figuarts. So, and there, just in case you're wondering, here is the Figuarts Han with the Black Series. Sorry about that. With the Black Series Chewbacca figures. Okay, guys, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that kind of long, rambling video. I was just really excited to show off my Star Wars S.H.Figuarts 6-inch action figures. Okay, guys, until next time, I really hope I will see ya.